Yo, what up, what up? It's your man, Big Brandon Carter. And it is back to school season. All the children are headed back to school, back to class. Or they're going to college for the very first time. Oh my God. Or maybe even high school, whatever. I get a lot of questions from students who ask, hey, how do you balance working out, school, and maybe even a part-time job? And I always say the same thing every time is, hey asshole, you're not the first motherfucker to work out, go to school and have a job, toughen up. And I mean that, but I don't know if that's really advice. I can give some tactics on how you can put it all together and make it all work. When I went to college, I did two things. One, I took a weightlifting class. One of them bullshit classes that you take, your first year. And true story, it may be hard for you to believe, that was the only A I got my freshman year. The next semester, I couldn't take that. So what I did was, I just worked out first thing in the morning. I had a gym membership at Bally's or some shit, and I just drove to the gym, worked out. If you have a good facility at your campus and you have access to it, then go there first thing in the morning. This way you get it out the way. I'm telling you, get that shit out the way, because it's gonna be very difficult to implement a workout, especially a tough workout after school. And then if you have school and work, now we're talking about it being next to impossible. Honestly, because you may have the will, you may have the drive, the motivation, but you only have so much energy one day, and you only have so much mental capacity. Big problem a lot of you guys have is you don't prioritize it. You try to fit it in, but sometimes it's just not gonna fit in. Sometimes you're not gonna fit in. Sometimes you're gonna have, some school work to do, or you're gonna have a busy day, or something's gonna happen at work, and now you're kind of at the will of what happens during the day. But if you knock it out first, then whatever happens today, you already got that done. You don't have to worry about that. I would wake up, an hour or two early, work out first thing in the morning, then I was done. I got it. You didn't have to think about it. A lot of people are gonna ask, what if you're doing intermittent fasting and you don't eat until afternoon? Well, a good way to do that is take BCAAs. If you go on Lean Gains website, they make intermittent fasting popular, so this is not just me talking. Take 10 grams of BCAAs before your training, and then 10 grams after. Then you break your fast, later on in the day. And that's gonna mitigate muscle breakdown, right? And help speed recovery. You can take any kind of BCAAs. Obviously, I'm gonna recommend Revolt BCAAs by Bro Laboratories, because I think we made the best BCAAs on the market. Well, okay, let me just be fucking real with you. We're not the goddamn Wright brothers. We didn't invent some crazy shit, but ours is really good. It's as good as any of the other ones. But are those guys fucking helping you with your college and shit? Nah, man. Muscle Farm Prez is not helping you with your fucking college, right? Come on, man. Fuck with me. I'm fucking with you. Come on. Show me some love. And but you can take it, honestly, you can take any kind you want, but ours has a little bit of caffeine in it. That's our USP. We have a little bit of caffeine in it to help push you, help you get a little bit of jolt, more energy, and it's a 5-1 ratio, no proprietary blends, but whatever, you can take any kind. I digress. Another thing people want to do when they get into college is meet people, make friends, maybe in a sexual capacity. I was one of those people. But I was a real shy kid. I was 17 years old when I went to college, so I'm a fucking genius. I know I sound like a slave, but I'm actually real smart. And I graduated from school, at 17. And I didn't have a lot of experience with women, especially because I went to an all-boys military school for high school. So what I did was, I decided that, fuck this. I'm not gonna be shy. And what I did was, I just forced myself every day to introduce myself to 5 girls. 5 girls. And if it was a group of girls, then that was a set that counted as one. So 5 sets, with a 1 set, 2 set, I don't want to get into too much pickup jargon, but 5 sets of women a day. And here's the thing, by the time the first semester was over, I knew almost everybody. My school was about 5,000 people. So maybe I didn't know everybody, but everywhere I went, I knew people. And I wasn't trying to approach them like I was trying to pick them up. I was really just going to make friends, just straight friend to friend, not in a man to woman sexual capacity, just making friends. That was the goal, to just make friends with girls every day. And guys, it's easy. It's kind of easier to make friends with guys, especially if you know a lot of girls. Then it's real easy to make friends with guys. So that's not something I had to prioritize. And I just knew everybody. Not that they thought I was cool or that I was popular. I'm not trying to go that far. But everywhere I went, I had some friends on campus, and that was really helped a lot with my acclimation into the university setting. But some of those girls wanted to have sex with me. Yeah, that was an added bonus because I wasn't trying to pick them up. I wasn't known as the guy who, hey, this guy's going around trying to hit on every girl. I wasn't hitting on them at all. It was just, everybody thought I was cool, not like James Bond cool, but like cool as in, oh, he's a cool guy, like he's decent, nice guy. So like a lot of those girls would let me have sex with him. So that was pretty cool. It worked out. That worked out to my benefit. So and now here's another thing. How do you do the balance? So we kind of touched on it before. How do you balance making friends, studying, working out, and then a job? Because I had jobs and shit too during college. Well, you don't. You gotta really pick the priority, and that's the priority. Okay? You can do the other stuff, but make the main thing the main thing. Okay? You're not gonna be really great at all these things. I would recommend you get a job where you can study some sort of work study thing if you need to work. Those don't pay as much, but that's not the priority, right? Because studying should be your main thing, that's what I'm trying to say. So maybe you can try to study in groups, and that way you're doing your social shit and still making the main thing. Maybe work out with friends. You can't do everything great. Like, because the guy who knows everybody, who's at every party, yeah, that's the same guy who won't be back next semester. Okay? The guy who has a job that's taking up all this time, yeah, he won't be back next semester either. The guy who just works out all day and all he cares about is reps and shit, yeah, he won't be back, right? When you're in school, the main thing is school. Everything else kind of should take a back seat to that, especially because you're paying a lot of fucking money, unless you have a scholarship. But even if you have a scholarship, bam, the main thing is the main thing. Unless it's a sports scholarship, within sports is the main thing, and they'll pass you, whatever. If it's, yeah, whatever. We'll let this dumb job pass. Yeah, but if you're paying for it, come on, man, don't waste your goddamn money partying and shit. Don't waste your goddamn money making friends. You don't need money to make friends. Like, make the main thing the main thing. You're not gonna be balancing it, but you can do the other things, but know you're dabbling in the other things, and the main thing is the main thing. That'd be my recommendation. Oh, I have some study tips for you guys. If you guys want to study. When you take your notes in school, in class, rewrite your notes every night. It's tedious, but if you rewrite your notes, like in a different notebook, just rewrite the whole thing, you probably won't have to study that much. You'll probably remember that shit if you do that before you go to sleep. That's a little pro tip. That's a little motherfucking pro tip. You might want to read a book called Moonwalking with Einstein. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description, and it's about how to see that. I hope you guys, the irony of that statement wasn't lost on you. I hope the irony of what I just said wasn't lost upon you. If I remember to give you the book about how to remember things, I'll post it in the link. And this book is written by some guys who won the memory championship, where they were like, these guys would memorize the order of 30 decks of cards, and it just talks about some of the techniques they use. And I think a lot of that can help you with school, and it helps me in my day-to-day. I read it after school, but I wish I would have read that before. So anyway, those are my tips to how to make gains in college, meet the opposite sex or the main sex, whatever you're into. I don't give a fuck, It's not the 90s, it's not Hammer Time, do whatever you want. And make progress, man, and enjoy it. People say college was the most fun they ever had. I hear that all the time. No, it wasn't the most fun I ever had in my life. My shit is awesome right now, but it was a lot of fun, and it was cool, and you'll never be in a setting like that where you'll be around as many hot girls or guys, whatever you're into, I don't care, as you will be in college, and you'll never have that experience is something that's very difficult to duplicate, where you're actually living with them. with other people and your peers, you won't really have a setting. Like, these people don't know each other in all these buildings. They're not like friends. They're not knocking on each other's door. It's not like community. You'll never have a setting like that again. So it's beneficial, I think, in certain regards. And if you don't go to college, you think college is bullshit, that's cool. Sorry for wasting your time with this video. But some of the shit I said may be applicable to you in other areas of life. All right, peace.